All right. Good afternoon. Hope you're doing well. We got a couple plays to go over. We also got some new highs today on the cues. IWM and SPY a little bit weaker. We'll see what that does to the chart, if that changes anything for our expectations this week. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. Good afternoon. This is Ifan from the Strategic Day Trader, and this is your market wrap for September 7th, 2021. Qs basically flat, just made a new high today. We came into today bullish on the Qs. Uptrend on the hourly, uptrend on the daily, weekly, monthly, so on and so forth. SPY, a little bit weaker today, down 1/3% there. Hourly, doing a little bit of a sell setup here. But the more that you zoom out, a lot of support there to the left. We could definitely still pull back and maintain the uptrend. IWM, we've been talking about a potential pullback on the daily ever since we got to 227. And so we may get that pullback now. IWM also can pull back and still be bullish. You see the hourly starting to roll back a little bit, but also like this SPY into support. Now, the uptrend on the IWM, right, on the daily and the weekly is not like the SPY. SPY has a clear uptrend. IWM, more you zoom out, the more sideways it's been this year, right? So we'll see how deep this pullback on the IWM is. Right now, based on where it's at, we really are still bullish though. You see the rising 20 below there on the daily. So, and it's kind of the buy setup that we've been waiting to see. Okay. So going into tomorrow, bullish, Qs, SPY, IWM. We could get the start of a smaller daily pullback, but yeah, it doesn't have to be tomorrow. It doesn't have to be really this week. We could go sideways. That would be another way for the 20 MA to catch up and us make the next move. So the next move up doesn't necessarily have to come from a pullback, but still could pull back to like 224.50 into minor support there and still be bullish. SPY pullback, yeah, to the rising 20, still could be bullish. Okay, so that's going to be the expectation going into tomorrow. And if you traded with me this morning, that was the expectation. I didn't really have any movement that I had the IWMQ SPY pegged for. They were all bullish. Bias, just didn't expect much from them today. Okay, so and today didn't really change much, right? All right, let's go over the plays from today. The Triple M was not initially on the radar here. Found it just a little bit late. Would have been nice to have had a focus on this a little bit earlier, just because of all of this opportunity here on the daily. You can see as it's rolling over, breaking some support, room to the 200, and you can see it went well beyond the 200, and then just did this grind lower. Okay, so just continuation. Never really got that extended on the Triple M. Never went climactic, and so yeah, just continued. Would have been a monster play. The Zyop, if you were with me this morning, you know that probably, I don't know, 3 seconds late on this. Was trying to get the numbers out on this. It was at 189. I was going to play it over 189 at 190 by low of the day. Low of the day there was 182. Was trying to get the order in for this, and you can see it just popped pretty quick there. I was already up half an hour. Did not try to chase it. I did see another potential entry here, but at this point I felt like it was a little bit too late, and I didn't want to be getting it late. This was fine. I think that ended up working out okay. Initially, the breakout didn't look like it wanted to follow through, but eventually it did. I think this entry went something shy of 8 Rs, so yeah, really, really huge play. Here's the gap. It was on the favorites list. You know, this, I did, yeah, have intentions of playing. I think it moved a little bit on the level 2 as well, but because of the way that it moved at the open when I was watching it, I didn't think I would be able to scalp it very well. So that's why I kind of adjusted and went from initially maybe as a scalp, and then just was going to play it as just like an opening high-low play. So yeah, I don't know. I feel like, yeah, maybe if I wasn't on the mic, I could have been able to catch the Zyop. Sometimes just the little bit of extra of narrating what you're doing and everything, but I don't know, just slows you down a little bit. And so sometimes, that's just enough to make you miss the play. So that's okay. It happens. And then AEI we did catch. So AEI this morning we had a breakout here at the open. Okay, so it was just this base up here at the top. Here was the daily. Here's what I liked about the daily. You can see all the kind of room up above, the void, the potential there on the AEI. So that was a breakout over the top here. It was a pretty tight stop. I think it was 37 by 27. Yeah, 37 by 27. So 10-cent stop. We did get to a little bit more than 3 Rs. That lately for me has been the sweet spot. Once we get to 3 Rs, if you guys remember, the one that we played last Thursday, that was also about reached like 4 Rs and turned back around the SWBI. So 3 to 4 Rs has kind of been the sweet spot. Once we surpass 3 Rs, I pretty much want to be looking to lock the whole thing. Okay, so that ended up being a really nice exit on the SWBI right as we got to 4. AEI final piece, it was a good exit too. I did really the majority of this came out up here. I did try to hold some just to see because of all that void on the daily, and that ended up coming all the way back in. But that was a really small portion. I did say I was going to do that, and that ended up coming all the way back to the stop. But majority of it came out on the move up. So that was fine. AEI was not a bad play. It's just not as good as the ZIOP, that's all. So, of course, the ZIOP I like better because we have some shock value, clearing the resistance, and then gapping over a red bar gives it a little bit more chance to move there. So, but, I mean, that's just how it is with the open sometimes. Yeah, it really works out in your favor. Sometimes the play doesn't work, and sometimes it just goes too fast. Sometimes that kind of speed at the open, and you could miss something and have it really go. I don't know if there were a lot of really good setups in here, as far as biceps. Some were okay, but I know for me, once I missed that nice play at the open, every play I play after that, I'm going to feel like I'm a little bit late to it. And so when I feel like I'm late, I'm going to end up maybe trailing a little bit tighter, taking targets a little bit tighter because I feel like I didn't do it right? Like I'm kind of not cheating, but like, kind of late, so I shouldn't expect as much. And so the play's not as good as if I, caught it, that kind of stuff. So a little bit more likely to make a mistake. So I try not to be late, and then if it just goes, it goes, So I think it's okay. Overall, it was a good day. AEI was pretty good. And then I think there were some other opportunities also at the open that just showed up a little bit later. So it's not too bad. I think last week was good. I think we did a good job focusing on good quality plays, and management was good. So we just got to keep that up. We don't have the same kind of chaos and busyness that we had just a month ago during earnings season. So, now it's just a little bit got to really focus. Okay. All right, guys. Hope you had a great long weekend. Hope you had a nice start to the week. We'll be back at it tomorrow, and I'll talk to you then. Have a good evening.